Hey everybody, this is Jen. I'm in my greenhouse today because it's really bright outside or really cold outside. But today I wanted to do a special video. Might not be a happy-dappy video, but I feel it's one that needs to be done to be transparent, to be honest, to be upfront, to be accountable. And so I'm doing this video today. As you can guess from the title, it's kind of a open letter, video style, apology to a wonderful channel out there. Recently, MIGardener did a video on their channel about a new technique that he wanted to share with people for seed saving, called winter sowing. And let me tell you, I'm all over it. If you've watched my channel, you know that I winter sow myself, and it was awesome. I was so excited that Luke was sharing this information. Finally! I don't know how many years I've commented on some of his posts about how I winter sow and things like that. But I was so excited that he was sharing this information. And then I went and I watched the video, and I was a little distressed about how he shared things in his video. And we all have differences in opinion. We all have different things that we believe and different way we share information. So that's nothing new. It's just how we are. We disagree on things. So I had commented on what I disagreed with in that particular video and why. And then I put in there something that I guess I shouldn't have. I put in there as part of my comments, you can see my videos. And before you start tearing me apart with your comments below, let me finish the video. I started YouTube approximately 2016. But back then, it was just a way for me to video log the things I was sharing over on my Facebook page. So I really didn't use it as a business per se. It was more just a log. Well, I stepped out of the Facebook platform and have really been working since the first of this year, 2021, to start working YouTube more as a platform than Facebook. And so I'm still learning things about YouTube, including proper etiquette on YouTube. And so I did not know that it was unethical, so to speak, to mention that people could watch my videos on somebody else's channel. And I'll tell you why I think that way. When I was brought up to respect people. And if you had a difference in opinion with somebody who was considered an expert with something, or somebody who seemed to know what they were talking about, and everybody agreed with them or whatever, and you thought differently about how something was done or whatever, the respectful thing to do was to back up what you said with proof. So you wouldn't just go argue and challenge somebody's thought about how to build a house, or, how to raise a certain animal or something like that, without proof that you knew what you were talking about. Otherwise, people thought you were just being critical, And so when I had commented on Luke's video and said, you can see my videos, it wasn't meant as a way to detract from Luke's video or to gain subs, as some people have accused me of. But it was a way of showing that I know what I'm talking about. I've got the proof to back me up. That, I'm not just criticizing Luke. I love Luke. Luke, I love you. I love what you have done for the past 10 or so years building your business from the ground up. I have shopped at your store multiple times, spent hundreds of dollars there. I love you, and you're an expert. It's just with this video, I felt you were a little in over your head, because from when I've watched you for years in your garden, I've never seen you actually do this particular seed sowing method. And that's what I had the problem with, is I come from experience, and some of the things that were shown in your video don't work very well in some situations. And that was my biggest issue. That, and just the way it came across of don't use milk jugs and only use bins for aesthetic reasons and this and that and this. It really hurt here. And it hurt here because where I come from, we're very poor people, and we make whatever we have work. And I've been a part of a garden group for over 6 years, learning about winter sowing. And the biggest blessing is being able to tell people, just grab some milk jugs, some juice jugs that you use every day, and plant your seeds. You don't need something fancy like this stupid greenhouse behind me, or fancy grow lights that you are blessed to finally be able to use, Luke. God bless you and your wonderful setup. But there's people who are very poor right now. Very poor. They have no money because of COVID. And to tell them you have to go buy bins because their neighbors will think that they have a trash heap in their garden. And I'm paraphrasing here. I'm just giving the general consensus of the tone of the video. It hurt because it discourages a lot of people from wanting to grow their own food. And I know you don't want that. You want people to go out there and grow big or go home. And preferably grow home. And so that tone of the video hurt. And a lot of people saw that. It wasn't just me. And so I wasn't trying to personally attack you, Luke, or detract from your video or your channel, because you are an awesome expert in gardening. You've been doing it a lot longer than I have. But on this one subject, it really touched deep. And I tried to be respectful in how I responded to your video. I tried to point out exactly what I was talking about in my disagreements. And I tried to back up what I was talking about. And I guess I made a mistake because it's not proper etiquette on the YouTube platform. And so I apologize. I take ownership of the mistake. I deleted my comment off that particular video. And, if it's done you harm in some way, I'm very sorry. That is not my intent at all. My intent is to be able to help people just like you grow their own food. And for me, if you only have milk jugs and juice jugs and things like that, use them. I don't care what my neighbors think, And yes, there are places you have to be careful because HOAs in some places really give you a problem. I get that. I get that a lot. But there's ways to work around it. And personally, I've been doing this for over 6 years. I have found that those bins don't work. And in our climate, Luke, you're only 3 hours from me. Those bins get very brittle in the winter and they shatter in the summer. And so that's a lot of money that gets wasted potentially. And so I don't want people to get overwhelmed with a sense of failure. And I know you don't want it too. So that was why I commented the way I commented, and I tried to stress that use milk jugs, don't use bins. Because of my experience that it doesn't work, it leads to more failure, and people just give up. And I know you don't want them to give up growing their own food. So I just wanted to put this apology out there in public because I criticized you in public. And I just hope that you are very blessed in what you do, and that you continue to help people grow big or go home. Love you, Luke. God bless. Bye-bye.